ITV viewers are used to seeing Jenny Ryan as composed, confident, and razor-sharp. Known to many as the Vixen, she stands behind the chase desk as a steady and commanding presence. Quick-witted, fearless, and unapologetically herself, she has long been admired for her intelligence and individuality. Recently, however, viewers noticed something different. Not a dramatic moment or a headline-grabbing event, but something quieter. During a reflective segment that aired without fanfare, Jenny paused and spoke not as a television figure, but as someone thoughtfully considering her journey. It was subtle, yet it lingered. The pace slowed, the confidence remained, but it was joined by something deeper: perspective. Those who know Jenny only for her formidable quizzing skills may have been surprised. Longtime viewers were not. She has never been defined solely by her knowledge. Over the years, she has represented resilience, authenticity, and the courage to stand apart. This time, she wasn't proving anything. Instead, she spoke about what truly endures, how she hopes to be remembered not for scores or wins, but for presence, kindness, and staying true to herself when no one was measuring success. For a program built around answers, it was the question that resonated most. Viewers later described the moment as grounding and quietly emotional. It didn't demand reaction, it invited reflection. Online responses followed, not with concern, but appreciation. One viewer wrote, "She sounded like someone who truly knows herself." Another shared that it prompted them to reflect on their own life. Many agreed it wasn't sadness, it was clarity. Reflection, after all, does not signal an ending, it signals understanding. For many watching, particularly those with lived experience behind them, Jenny's words felt familiar, a point where achievement matters less than impact, and where how you make people feel becomes more meaningful than what you accomplish. She spoke about encouragement, especially for those who feel overlooked, reminding them that they matter, that intelligence doesn't require conformity, that confidence can be quiet, that difference is not a weakness but a strength. For years, viewers have seen themselves reflected in her, people who were once told they didn't quite fit and who learned to stand tall anyway. That is why the moment carried such weight. Behind the scenes, colleagues have noted that Jenny has become increasingly intentional with her time and energy, focusing on substance rather than noise. Even Bradley Walsh appeared particularly attentive during the exchange, something viewers quickly noticed. The usual rhythm paused, replaced with respect. Speculation surfaced, as it often does, but fans were quick to respond. "This isn't an ending, it's a reminder." Another added, "She's not leaving, she's teaching." For many, the chase is comfort television, familiar, dependable, part of daily life. Jenny Ryan has been central to that comfort, not because she is untouchable, but because she is genuine. Her willingness to share a thoughtful moment didn't weaken that connection, it strengthened it. Strength doesn't disappear with reflection, it evolves. As messages of support continued, one theme stood above the rest: gratitude. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for being yourself. Jenny Ryan didn't say goodbye. She offered something far more lasting: a shared pause, a moment of truth, and a reminder that legacy isn't measured by volume, but by depth. And for ITV viewers, that moment will remain not as a conclusion, but as a quiet affirmation of why Jenny Ryan continues to matter. What made the moment especially powerful was its restraint. There was no dramatic music, no heavy framing, no attempt to turn reflection into spectacle. It felt unguarded, and that authenticity is what viewers connected with most. In a television landscape often driven by pace and performance, Jenny's quiet honesty stood out as something rare and refreshing. For many, her words landed during an uncertain time in their own lives. Messages shared online revealed how deeply people related: parents reassessing priorities, professionals questioning long-held definitions of success, and individuals finding reassurance in the idea that simply being genuine is enough. Jenny didn't offer advice or instruction, she offered recognition, and that can be even more powerful. Her presence on screen has always challenged expectations, not through confrontation, but through consistency. She has shown that intelligence and warmth can coexist, that confidence doesn't need to shout, and that authenticity is not a brand, but a practice. This moment felt like a culmination of those values rather than a departure from them. In the days that followed, viewers continued to revisit the clip, sharing it with friends and family, not because it was sensational, but because it felt true. It became one of those rare television moments that quietly settles into memory, not tied to a specific episode, but to a feeling. Jenny Ryan remains very much part of the chase, but this reflection reminded audiences why her presence extends beyond the game. She represents thoughtfulness in a fast world, substance in a noisy one, and the enduring power of being unapologetically yourself. And sometimes that is the most meaningful contribution of all.